I have with me a political analyst, a social activist, a man with multi-talented. He's a journalist and he's the president of Swaraj India. I met him today in the Gandhi Bhavan. Sir, welcome to Bangalore. Sir, all
शुक्रिया.
these protests are going on CAA, NRC, NPR, and you have been protesting from day one. What exactly is this bill? What exactly is happening? And you have also come out with videos saying, five things. So can you just highlight me on this?
Uh, the anti-CAA movement is a movement to defend the very soul of Indian Constitution, because CAA is not a bill about giving refuge to some minorities from neighboring countries. This is what BJP people say on television. This is not what the act says. This is for the first time in the history of India that our citizenship has been linked to religion. This is exactly what Muhammad Ali Jinnah wanted. This is exactly what Gandhiji, Nehru, Azad and Ambedkar and Patel, everyone opposed. So this is two-nation theory being brought back from the back door by Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah. This is why we are opposing it. This is for the first time that a formal legal distinction is being introduced between Muslims and the rest of the population. This is against the fundamental right to equality. This is against the preamble to this constitution. This is against the very soul of India. So it is not merely one act or one amendment. This is a battle to save the constitution of India. And NRC, NPR, this is a way to give effect to this divisive and discriminatory policy. Uh, NRC, NPR, if given effect, would hit every poor person of this country.
Irrespective of
Religion, no.
religion.
You see, NRC and PR is not primarily about religion. It is primarily about being able to produce documents. Those people and communities who cannot produce documents, just think of an ordinary rickshaw puller in Bangalore. Just think of an Adivasi in Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. Think of the nomadic communities in Maharashtra, in Gujarat. What kind of documents
And
do they
moreover,
have?
there's so many floods. Documents must have, gone
Yeah,
away.
what kind of documents do these people have? The only thing they have is perhaps Aadhar or voters list, and in Assam both of these were rejected.
So, but now everything is linked to Aadhar. Everything is linked to voter list. So, why is this not being counted as a citizenship to India? Or
Now, Aadhar, I can understand, is not a citizenship proof, because Aadhar is only a identity card. It matches name to face. But we have voters list, we have ration card, we have the previous census of India, which was socio-economic census of every household of this country. With all of this, why do you need a new and fresh count of Indian citizens? And is citizenship the biggest problem of this country? We have economic slowdown. We have highest unemployment ever recorded in this country. We have great crisis of Indian agriculture and farmers. Inflation is rising. Why not attend to these things first?
Amit Shah has told that those who want to speak on the bill can come to me. I'll give an appointment. Will you go and speak to?
Of course, we've sent a letter on behalf of Hum Bharat Ke Log, we the people of India, which is a coming together coordination of more than 100 organizations. On Monday morning, we sent him a letter saying, yes, we want to come and speak to you through proper channel, properly addressed. We have not yet received a response, but if we do, we will go and ask him.
And yesterday Modi in Varanasi also has told that what come what may, मैं कितनी मुश्किलों के साथ भी मैं बिल मैं लागू करके रहूँगा. And previously he had told it's not going to come, NRC is not going to come all over India. So do you think contradictory statements are giving more rise to confusion, and the protest will still continue?
The confusion is not accidental. The confusion is designed.
Oh, actually.
The Prime Minister says, I will not compromise on CAA. The Home Minister says, I'm ready to speak to anyone about CAA. The Prime Minister says, NRC has not even been contemplated. Home Minister says, NRC will be concluded by 2024. The Home Minister says, NRC and NPR have no relationship. The website of Home Ministry says, NPR is the first step towards NRC.
April 1st they are going to start.
That's right. So, to my mind, the only way of stopping NRC is to boycott the NPR. Now, NPR is not the population count of India. It is not the Census of India. Census of India happens every 10 years. It is sacrosanct, should be respected, should be complied with. NPR is a separate exercise. The only purpose of NPR is to create NRC. An NRC which is discriminatory against the people of this country, if the only way to oppose it is by opposing NPR. As I say in my video, the only way to prevent coming here is by stopping here.
Yeah, NPR कागज नहीं देंगे one movement has been started. If you don't give the कागज नहीं देंगे, some people and intellectuals feel and even think that if you don't give your NO you will be marked in D, doubtful. And if you give, what's going to happen?
There is, the कागज नहीं दिखाएंगे has, as I have explained, कागज नहीं दिखाएंगे stage comes at stage 3. Stage 1 is simple NPR, where no one is going to even ask you for any document. They will simply record your particulars as you give. That is where the resistance has to begin. Otherwise, the stage of paper will come much later.
Now you say NPR लोग को अंदर आने मत दो, don't call them inside. So he'll go and say so and so is not giving the documents. The first stage only he's been blacklisted.
Number 1, if there is a resistance by an entire locality, the NPR or NRC provisions do not provide for what is to be done. Will every person living in that locality be punished? Is there a law for that effect? We don't know. And second, yes, as Mahatma Gandhi told us, civil disobedience has cost. We should be willing to take cost. And why should the cost be borne by people of one community? People like me should say, first of all, as I have said, we will not give this thing. And very soon, at least I would expect 1,000 eminent persons of this country are going to say, we shall not do it. We shall become the first satyagrahis. If we stand for truth, we have to bear some cost. And that is the only way of fighting a principled battle. But we do not obviously want the poorest of the person to pay that cost, because they are in no position to do so.
Sir, now this you're on a protest, and do you think if slight amendment comes, like you sit and talk, amendment comes and you see, because 3 countries are being prosecuted, Mandras will be coming. So if supposing tomorrow Khadians and even from Sri Lanka Tamilians come, do you accept that and then call off the protest?
You see, for me the simple, yes, I'm very happy to call off the protest if the BJP follows Swami Vivekananda. What did Swami Vivekananda say? He said, I am proud of being an Indian because this country has offered shelter to anyone who has sought refuge without asking nationality, without asking religion. You make a law which provides people shelter, either from neighborhood or from anywhere in the world, without discriminating on the basis of nationality and religion. I would not only call off the protest, I would personally go and salute Mr. Modi. That would be a great law, which is what our thing
most
should
of
be.
the states are rejecting in the assemblies, NRC, CAA, NPR. Do you think that by doing so they are calling for the states will be come under president rule if they don't abide by the law which has been passed in the parliament?
There are 2 things. One is passing a resolution against a CAA. That's a statement of political intent. They have they can request the parliament to change these things. The real operational question is states' refusal to actualize, to cooperate with NPR exercise, which is going to happen from 1st April. To my mind, state governments are well within their powers to say, we shall not do NPR along with census. De-link the 2. This is completely legitimate thing, because these 2 things are governed by 2 different laws. The government cannot force it. De-link the 2. Also, the state governments are completely authorized to say, we shall not use police force against those who are boycotting NPR. They are completely legally permitted to do that. And C, the state governments are also within their right to advise the central government to say, in my state, please accept the following documents. please do not, go by any rules that you have determined. These are things state governments can do, should do, without invoking
Right.
356.
It
Thank
was
you very
nice speaking to Yogendra ji. He is told that they have already given a letter in the office of the Home Minister of Mr. Amit Shah, and they're waiting for a response. And once they get a response, they'll sit and talk on the bill of CAA, NRC, and NPR. And he also said that the BJP should follow the teachings of Vivekananda, where he has told that you take the people of the country as not on the basis of religion, you take them as a whole as a human being. This is Rizwan Asad for Nasheman News, Bangalore.